Hello everyone, in today's video we talk about the best tips for tutoring. So here are the qualities of an amazing tutor from my perspective as a mathematics high school teacher and as a professional tutor. First of all, number one, we talk about the personality and communication skills of the tutor. Number two, the quality of tutoring. Number three, price. And number four, the quality of assessment or feedback. When it comes to personality and communication skills, you should always ask these questions before getting a tutor. Number one, does the student like you and your teaching style? Number two, can you communicate effectively with the student and parents? If you answer no to either of these questions, or if the student or child tells you no to one of these questions, then you might want to look for a better suited tutor so that the student can learn more effectively. Secondly, the quality of tutoring matters very much because the price you're paying may not be cheap. So again, whatever you pay for is what you're going to get. So first of all, do they teach the material or curriculum that was requested? Can they improve the work habits of the student? Can they also teach study methods in order for the student to improve in quizzes and tests, and overall their grade will then improve? Now, the most common tutors that we see nowadays is that they're just there to do the work for the student. Let's say there's an assignment due very soon, and this tutor comes and completes the work for them. Great, they've accomplished the goal of completing the assignment. However, this is the least effective kind of tutor. Why? Because although the assignment is completed, the student has not learned anything. So, when it comes to a quiz or test, that student is still going to perform very poorly. Hence, their overall grade is still going to be very poor. Now, when it comes to price, there's a lot of things that come into play. Rule number one, though, is quality over quantity. Let me give you an example. In most of our sessions that I do here, there are normally 1 hour sessions. Within that 1 hour, it goes from the student not understanding anything or potentially needing help with certain questions to after the hour, they have now completed any misunderstandings they might have had. Hence, after the lesson, they can go and continue on their own to improve and complete questions with more practice. Versus if the session was 2 or 3 hours long and the student came in not knowing anything or very confused, and at the end of it, they didn't really leave much more confident. Maybe they understand a little bit better, but it's still not enough to work on their own. In this situation, the student has wasted a lot of time where they could have potentially used it to practice much more. Secondly, whatever price the tutor decides to put out, they must be able to justify why that pricing. Let me give you an example. I myself am a high school math teacher. I have taught for 10 years, and I have tutored for 3 years professionally. Now, I have many students to use as referrals or testimonials, and so I have the education, I have the experience, and I have the proof that my reputation as a tutor will be very effective for the price that you pay. Now, if you are starting out as a tutor, that means that you probably will have to come in at a lower tutoring price point, and you have to build your reputation. So you must get more students, and you have to get their references. If you do a great job, great, and then slowly build it and slowly increase your price accordingly, depending how many students you have to tutor and what your time schedule allows. Lastly, always make sure that at the end of the session, these are a couple of key things that you should be doing with the student. So the quality of assessment or feedback are as follows. First of all, you should be able to summarize the session. What went well, what did not go well. You should be able to recommend what to improve on, but also how to do it. So give an example. So maybe we notice that in this question here, they made a common silly error over and over again. Then they would need to practice more of those types of questions and make sure they don't make that silly error again on a upcoming quiz or a test. And lastly, make sure to answer the parents or students' concerns and questions either through text message, phone call, email, whatever they have, just make sure that they leave satisfied with your service. So that does it for today's video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.